Hi guys there, this is Wombo Aki, Touristic Vlogs, and today our video is all about traveling the middle of London main touristic attraction. So we have, first of all, we have the Westminster Bridge, then we're going to move on to the Parliament Square, then Parliament Street, then Trafalgar Square, Leicester Square, and finally Chinatown. So see you around. Adios. Thank you. Bye. So hi guys there, welcome to Touristic Walks, and we are at the Westminster Bridge, our first encounter. And if you like a weekly update, click the subscribe button guys for new updates. I'll be happy to receive your subscription. So if you do, thank you, and I'll see you soon. So guys, this is our first encounter. We're at the Westminster Bridge, and one of the prominent bridges in London. As you can see, it's very busy. I'm facing at the south side of the bridge in London. I'm going to pan about slowly and show you the Marriott House. So that is the Marriott House. It's a 5-star hotel. Its main term for it is Whitehall, next to the London Eye and Westminster Bridge, basically. And so stand by and I shall give you further information on this amazing structure. Marriott Hotel. The London Marriott Hotel County Hall is an impressive abode steeped in a royal history, built by King George IV and Queen Mary in 1912 and formally opened a decade later in 1922. From here, be sure to soak up a lively atmosphere of London while being in proximity of iconic sites like Houses of Parliament and Big Ben. Experience the grandeur of London's views and captivating landscapes just steps away from the London Eye and a bustling South Bank. So guys, after narration, we just had the narration, I shall continue going towards learning more about the Westminster Bridge. The Westminster Bridge also a very prominent bridges. It encapsulates whole of London's events such as cycling and protesters and campaigning and so forth. It contains the Big Ben, as you can see, the clock tower ahead. There is a clock tower. It used to have another name they made to it back in 2012. It's called Elizabeth Tower, Elizabeth Clock Tower. Its nickname is Big Ben, basically. And when we get there, I shall give you information on that. However, as you can see, we're at the bridge is full of people. It is a main touristic attraction, or one of London's main touristic attractions, and it's Westminster Bridge. And we are crossing from south part of the bridge, going towards the north part of the bridge. And if you actually want to go this way, guys, that is the Queen's Walk, going towards like London Bridge and Tower Bridge and so forth. So we're not going to go that way today. It is very crowded. As you can see, guys, Westminster Bridge has its signs based on the Westminster Palace. Westminster Palace is a House of Commons, which is the seat. As you know, if you watch the House of Commons debating some problem between the governmental parties, you will see that seats are all green. So as you can see, on the left-hand side, where people actually lean onto the view at the Thames River, is painted green. The reason it's painted green because of the House of Commons has green seats. And I shall give you further information on this amazing bridge right now. Stand by. Westminster Bridge. Westminster Bridge is a road and a foot traffic bridge over the River Thames in London, linking Westminster on the west side and Lambeth on the east side. The bridge is painted predominantly green, the same colour as the leather seats in the House of Commons, which is the side of the Palace of Westminster nearest to the bridge, but a natural shade similar to verdigris. This is a contrast to Lambeth Bridge, which is red, the same colour as the seats in the House of Lords, and is on the opposite side of the Houses of Parliament. In 2005 and in 2007, it underwent a complete refurbishment, including replacing the iron fascias and repainting the whole bridge. It linked the Palace of Westminster on the west side of the river with Counter Hall and the London Eye on the east side, and was finishing point during the early years of the... So guys, after narration, I'm just going to show you the views from Westminster Bridge. As you can see, today is very sunny. It is the 4th of June 2023. Is 20 degrees Celsius in London, which is summer temperature for London. It does get hotter basically. So, and I'm showing you the Westminster Palace there. That is the building that has the House of Lords and the House of Commons inside for controlling the nation. So guys, on the other side, which is not easy to cross at the moment, as you can see, ice cream man standing about. Children are still on a half-term break, which is the last day. Today is Sunday, so it's the last day for them. Tomorrow they go back to school again. So the Sunday is very good day for everybody to just pop out and enjoy themselves. Especially the skies actually has no clouds whatsoever, and there's about a few high-flying vessels actually measuring and containing what the weather's going to be like in the coming few days. And they got like these old trailers, which is they look amazing at the skies. So guys, we're coming up to the Big Ben. There's the Big Ben, and I shall give you information on Big Ben right away. Stand by. Big Ben is a nickname for a great bell of the Great Clock Tower of Westminster at the north end of the Palace of Westminster in London, England, and the name is frequently extended to refer also to the clock and the clock tower. The official name of the tower in which Big Ben is located was originally the Clock Tower, but it was renamed Elizabeth Tower in 2012 to mark the Diamond Jubilee of Elizabeth II. The tower was designed by Augustus Paget in neo-Gothic style. When completed in 1859, its clock was the largest and most accurate four-phase striking and chiming clock in the world. The tower stands 316 feet 96 meters tall, and climb from ground level to the belfry is 334 steps. Its base is square, measuring 40 feet 12 meters on each side. Dials of the clock are 22.5 feet 6.9 meters in diameter. All four nations of the UK are represented on a tower on shields featuring rose for England, thistle for Scotland, shamrock for Ireland, and leek for Wales. On 31st May 2009, celebrations were held to mark the tower's 150th anniversary. So guys, I hope you enjoy listening to that, and we shall continue now. The Westminster Bridge, as I'm still walking here, and there's lots of historical backgrounds in London. If you actually can write thousands of pages, it will never finish. and it is all bizarre and interesting background information because it's a 2,000-year-old city. It has a lot to actually look into. I suppose some other cities in Europe and US are basically up and down in the same caliber. So guys, as we are looking towards Westminster Palace, there. So at the moment, I shall give you info on that right away. Stand by. Palace of Westminster. The Palace of Westminster serves as a meeting place for both the House of Commons and House of Lords, the two houses of the Parliament of the United Kingdom. Informally known as the Houses of Parliament, the palace lies on the north bank of the River Thames in the city of Westminster in central London, England. Its name, which derives from the neighbouring Westminster Abbey, may refer to the several historic structures, but most often the Old Palace, a medieval building complex, largely destroyed by fire in 1834, or its replacement, the New Palace that stands today. The palace is owned by a crown. Committees appointed by both houses manage the building and report to the Speaker of the House of Commons and to the Lord Speaker. So I hope you enjoyed that narration, and we'll continue walking the Westminster Bridge. As you can see on the right hand side, also lots of street entertainers, and it has lots of points where you can actually buy drinks and snacks. It's crowded today, so I'm gonna raise the camera. So this is the close view of the Westminster Palace, guys, right next to the bridge.
So you'll have new trousers anyway for your visit to Leicester.
As you can see from here, guys, that wheel is a Ferris wheel. It's called the London Eye. Okay, I have done a few videos on that. You might want to check my channel out for a London Eye video. Yeah, it's very, very interesting ride that is. However, it very, very travels very, very slowly. It turns very slowly. I read somewhere that it turns about at 10 miles per hour. And it doesn't really stop, they say, when you're actually getting on and off, because it's so slow you can just jump into the cubicles and go, really. However, they do stop it due to certain underprivileged such people with wheelchairs and so forth, and they do stop it completely for safety reasons. So that's the London Eye Ferris wheel. So we're not going to go there today because it's not a part of the plan for our video. So our next encounter, guys, will be Parliament Square. So we're still traveling next to the Big Ben. There's on the behind those walls is a Big Ben, the ground floor, goes all the way up to it's called the Clock Tower. Basically, in olden time they used to call it the Clock Tower, then it changed to the it used to be called, sorry, Bell Tower at first, and they changed it to Elizabeth Clock Tower. So all you have to know is a big band basically. On the right hand side, guys, where the bus is, that gap is called the Parliament Street. It goes all the way up to the Trafalgar Square, which we will actually go today.
Yeah, we're good.
Whoa, we're gonna get rid of it.
So guys, first of all, we're gonna go towards Victoria Tower Gardens, and that is next to the Westminster Palace. There's lots of really interesting part, really greenery project that has a good view from its sides into the Thames River. So we're gonna have a look at that, and we're gonna walk back to the Parliament Square. As you can see, there's the Parliament Square, with all the appropriate statues lined up. They line those statue ups in time, not all at once basically. And there's the Winston Churchill, as you can see right middle of the screen. The Prime Minister of UK back into World War II. As you can see, we're coming towards the St. Margaret Church there. It's part of the Parliament Square. And another church which is much prominent is Westminster Abbey. As you can see, behind the second green of trees, there is the Westminster Abbey. It's a huge, and it is the most renowned church in London. You'll always know that it's around Parliament Square and next to the Westminster Palace, along with the little sister called St. Margaret Church right there. So as you can see, guys, there is the Westminster Tower there. Victoria Tower there is. As you can see here, that's the one. And we are going towards Victoria Tower Gardens. And this is the close-up of Westminster Bridge on the left-hand side, turning left from the Westminster Bridge, coming down on the left-hand side. There's always police vans, red police vans always parked there, red and yellow and blue, actually monitoring the place for any unusual activities. Yeah, and they're still actually doing some repair work at the mouths of the here the tower there. As you can see, all the scaffolding onto the arch, after the arch, yeah. So basically this Westminster is very old building. As I mentioned earlier, it's been burnt down and rebuilt again. But its original structure goes back all the way down to medieval times. So behind those walls, guys, I see that there's some sort of garden that I haven't actually done any research on. As you can see, across the road and into that little greener area, and behind the wall is a garden. It's really nice, pleasant place to be. So that's that basically. You might want to check it out on Google. Actually on a Google map. First start with a Google map and check out here Parliament Square, and then actually pinpoint the area and look. You will see it's a garden behind the walls. It's a private garden. Hello. Continue walking the Victoria Gardens. Basically, the real name for it is Victoria Tower Gardens, and it's a small place, small pocket of greenery, and it has some statues that has a really peculiar background history. The statues actually were used to be real people, as I'm showing right there on the left hand side.
Yeah, I do think they're white. You're a crazy girl.
So guys, I don't know what this is. If you know, please comment. Well, it looks good. So there's got these things here and there, and nowadays, and they got them this sort of sculptures in the next to the Tower Hill, Tower of London, where the new flowers been planted as well. I think they're elephants. And these are, guys, the war heroes that I shall give you background story. Stand by. Today it is a nice day, gorgeous day, whatever you want to call it. It's 20 degrees and it's fully hot. So guys, we're gonna make a walk back to the Parliament Square and have a look around there to your interest, because it is a main touristic attraction as well. So these encounters, we encountered first the Westminster Bridge. We've got actually 6 main touristic attractions to cover today, and that will be very exciting and fun. So follow me and watch the video all the way. So guys, my videos are approximately an hour and sometimes a little bit over long, because we cover a lot based on the plates, not just 15 minutes and 20 minutes to throw at the main points too, and that's it. We also actually give further detail. Further detail, they give you more engaging stories on the places, and also more walks to see more of the places. So guys, we're gonna cross the road here and move towards onto the left hand side of I think it's Obrington Street or Obrington Road, and move through that bit of land there. It's kind of a touristic attraction as well. But for me, they're just walking through it basically. I'm going to have a look at what that garden is behind that wall. This is a Great College Street, just a street. And this is the Abington, sorry, it's Abington Street. As I'm facing the camera, guys, Abington Street next to Westminster Palace. So as we are passing underneath the tree, it makes a lot of shadows and darkens the video. So just bear with me. It contains this, I think this is a sculpture here. I think it's done by Henry Moore, I believe, because Henry Moore has lots of sculptures all around London. These type of sculptures. He's got many in the Hyde Park and Kensington Gardens as well. Let's see if it's him. Knife Edge by Henry Moore. It is. I done a good guess, guys. Society and Sculptor in 1967. Yeah. It's kind of a brown color. I think it was a little bit more attractive color before. I think from the weather conditions it turned the color has gone dull. So still good. So as you can see, that building on the left hand side, guys, are very, very old. Yeah, as I said, there's a lot of people behind this wall. Actually, entrance, I'm not sure. Actually, there's a stairway there with opening gates, but I don't know if that is the actual entrance. And I know you have to go there by a permission. You just can't. You just cannot just walk in there. Or maybe you can there. Yeah. So guys, just gonna pop down there, a few seconds, and see what it is. See, I'm curious myself, and let's see what's gonna happen. I don't know if it's a private or not. Could be told not to film as well. So I don't know what it is. Cafe open. Yeah. So guys, as you can see on the I'll show you. Is to go up there. Actually, you need to make a payment to go up there. By asking, you need to make a payment, and so I'm not gonna go up there because I don't have no ticket on me. So I shall make a video on that next time and get prepared and go up there and show you around up there as well. You can go up there basically. So now we shall move up to the Parliament Square, guys. And we are passing next to the Westminster Abbey. That's the George the Fourth.
He's lived there for over 20 years. So when the Queen Mother died, it was her house. He got his next child together. So he lived there from
So as you know, guys, we're at the still at Abington Street, and we're moving towards Parliament Street. Just before that, we're gonna pop into the Parliament Square. So I didn't know they were taking pictures. I'm walking right into the person that's taking a picture, right into her, right next to her, like feet away from her. Just couldn't notice her through the because I'm focused on what I'm doing on the camera. I hope it's a good job I didn't actually bump onto her. So here's a Big Ben, guys, from this angle. It chimes about every hour, I believe. So guys, we're on the square. Square City Bank. See you soon. So guys, we're at the Parliament Square, and the Parliament Square is along with Westminster Square, really, in the same part with Westminster Square. So Westminster Bridge and Westminster Palace. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. And basically, it's a place for really protesting and campaign. At the same time, it is a main touristic attraction. So stand by. I shall give you a background, bizarre story. Parliament Square is a square at the northwest end of the Palace of Westminster in the city of Westminster in central London, England. Laid out in the 19th century, it features a large open green area in the centre with the trees to its west, and it contains 12 statues of statesmen and other notable individuals. As well as being one of London's main tourist attractions, it is also a place where many demonstrations and protests have been held. The square is overlooked by various official buildings: legislature to the east in the House of Parliament, executive offices to the north on Whitehall, the judiciary to the west and the Supreme Court, and the church to the south with Westminster Abbey. So guys, if you enjoyed that, do comment if you like, and we shall actually make our way towards seeing the Westminster Abbey, the back of the Westminster Abbey here. Also part of the touristic attraction. Very, very crowded for a Sunday. It's kind of a normal.
Dass der Baum weg ist, dass ich ein Foto machen kann. Okay?
So let's have a pan on the Westminster Abbey, guys. So we're gonna walk a little bit further up, guys, and see some more interesting, based on Roman architecture buildings. They're quite looking quite attractive to my eyes. That is. This is all around the Parliament Square, by the way, guys. So you can actually walk anywhere you want and see anything you want. If you're a first-time visitor to London, just ask where you can actually go or not, because some places you need to make a payment, and some places free. So I'm gonna save that trouble. So basically, if you look at the footway next to those wall there, there's a footway. You actually line up there. It's not on today, I believe, and as you can see, that little green little umbrella. Yeah, actually you make your payment and go into the Westminster Abbey. Have a look around inside. It looks like it's not on today, guys, so I don't know why. So to continue our journey, have a look around more things. As you know, guys, I don't know running, but this part wasn't in my plan, so we're just randomly going around. So I haven't done the research on these buildings here, but I just enjoy the view basically. Because if I actually make lots of narration and lots of places to visit, the video will go forever basically. So just gonna enjoy the view here. And we'll go back to Parliament Square and move towards Parliament Street, then Trafalgar Square, and then after Trafalgar Square we will be heading towards Leicester Square. From Leicester Square we'll be actually skimming by Chinatown. So we've got a queue there. So Westminster Abbey shop there. There's also some accessories. So I'm just gonna put an information description at the bottom right away now about this column, guys. So let's go. So basically we ended up the main road that goes around the city, guys. Finally the green men come up to cross. As you can hear the music, guys, it feels like you're in a party or something, which is a good feeling. And this is zebra crossing, you got right to cross, first time visitors, and the cars have to stop. It's a law. So this one is stopped for me, as you can see. I can't show you crossing. I can't turn around to show him basically. So this is where we was actually roaming about, next to that column. As you can see on the right hand side, those are all the crowd walking next to the abbey, moving into that direction, which is lots of activity. This building in front of me, guys, is very, it looks nice. I mean, it looks nice to me. And anything that white and is big, to me, it looks good. It's just the buildings. So we're at the broad sanctuary, guys, right now. And ahead of us, as you can see, the Big Ben. We're still in the vicinity of Westminster Abbey and also St. Margaret's Church. And we have arrived at Parliament Square. Everybody knows Parliament Square, so just gonna do a little walking and then move up to Parliament Street. See, as you can see, all these statues, guys, and they are all commemorate or remembrance of someone. Yeah, mostly based on the Second World War. And as you can see, this one's Abraham Lincoln, the American president back in the 18th century. So just to give you another glimpse. And this is George Canning. So guys, it's still a red man, but I will cross because there's no cars coming, and I assume it's safe enough for me. It is. So this is the actually the spot where Parliament Square is. There's an array of statues, guys, as you can see from here. 3 of them here. They all got remembrance and commemorations based on some historical facts. Some influential people. Yeah, we know there is a Gandhi, guys, another influential figure in the history. People just love taking pictures with these statues. Yeah. Another influential figure, guys, which is Nelson Mandela. Okay. So guys, this is the little bit of greenery where people actually sunbathe and sit about, relax, eat, drink, and lie there a couple of hours. There's no limit how long you can stay here. You can stay all day if you like. It's no problem. They actually also renew the grass here, because last summer, the grass was completely, utterly diabolical. You had patches and it was brown, and some places had no grass at all, and so forth. And so that is the point where people actually sunbathe. And we shall now move into Parliament Street, guys. Thank you. So guys, we're moving towards Winston Churchill, another strong, influential figure in the history. This goes back all the way to Second World War. Britain against Germany, in a way. So this is Winston Churchill. They also got Winston Churchill war rooms next to Tower Bridge. It's a warship there. You just have to get a ticket and go in there, have a look inside the warship. Basically, it's very bizarre and interesting. And also they have Churchill war rooms next to St James's Park. So I better hurry. Switch off, guys. So we are crossing and walking into Parliament Street. So turning right from here, Westminster Bridge, into the Parliament Street, it means that we are walking on the right hand side of Parliament Street. And this is the Westminster station here, guys. You want to actually use the underground transportation. And also this Parliament Street, guys, a road has lots of background historical facts, and I shall give you trivial information right now. Stand by. Parliament Street. What is the history of Parliament Street? Parliament Street was created in the early 1760s by a wide streets commission to open up a direct route to Dublin Castle with the retail buildings on either side. It was the first project to be undertaken by a commission, created after an Act of Parliament, and was the origin of its name. So we can cross now, guys, safely. So this is what the 10 Downing Street discuss is UK's and London Prime Minister residence behind those black gates. You can see. That's 10 Downing Street. Yeah, that is a 10 Downing Street. Okay, let's continue, guys. So we also are passing the other side of the women's war memorial structure there. Women of World War II. Yeah. it's just I need almost tripped over a sandwich sign right on the floor. Someone just knocked it down, and I went onto it. This is what I'm talking about. So I was saying a while back there, miscalculation, guys, mistake rectified. This is the where you actually watch the horse guards stand by with the horses, as you can see, and you go through here, cross the arches, in the horse guard square, and others are the main tourist attractions, Buckingham Palace, St James's Palace, Green Park, and so forth. So we shall continue our journey. That people want to actually book and go there. I think I want to cross from here. So let's cross before any cars come. As you can see, guys, on the left hand side, those are Admiralty arches. You go through those, you go straight to the mall. The mall takes you straight to the Buckingham Palace. On the left hand side is St James's Park. And that's that basically. So basically, guys, this is Trafalgar Square, and it looks like there's something going on. Yeah. So, guys, this is Trafalgar Square. Basically, whole square was made based on the Trafalgar battles and back in the days. Based on the Napoleonic wars between France and Spain. I just mentioned that earlier on just now. And the Nelson column actually commemorates that battle basically. This is Nelson's column. And we shall continue roaming about the square and showing you around because there's something interesting going on. Some sort of a protest, as I guess. The people are having a good time. Basically, I don't think we're gonna get a good view from this angle here, right at the mouth of the square. I'm gonna go to the upper side. It's a little bit higher ground, and we should look at what's going on. There's lots of Sikhs going on. Some sort of protest. As you can see, the fountains has been stopped spraying due to the protest and so forth. And we shall move towards the National Gallery there and view the happenings from that angle as well. Here. I just wonder how I'm going to get through. There's tons of families about. There's food. It is not easy to go through here. I'm not going to go through there. It's so easy to come back. let's try this way. As you can see, guys, the cut is a mess and it's not easy to go through, so I'm going to try and go this way. Very active energy today at Trafalgar Square, guys. Very. So I don't know where the speaker coming from. I need to find him. Let's see if I can find him. So basically, guys, he's coming from the direction where I'm pointing the camera, but I can't see him. Whoa, that was intense. Unbelievable, man. It's first time I could get through a crowd. You see, it's supposed to walk from this direction. Ah, this is the band. This is where the sound's coming from, guys. See what's going on there?
And any movement towards the main entrance came under heavy fire from both these buildings in addition to the main wall itself. The stage on the opposite side is similar to the main entrance and plays a similar role on the southern flank.
This is the lower ground of Trafalgar
تو ایران هم حسابی جشن گرفتن در شهرهای
happenings,
مختلف
protesters.
رقص و پایگیری کردن به مناسبت این. خب من شروع میکنم که وقتتون رو بیشتر نگیرم. به نام خداوند جان و خرد که از این
Guys, I think we shall stop seeing what's going on still, because obviously it's protesting stages. Less boisterous here. Guys, we are ready to move to So guys, we're at the map of the entrance towards Leicester Square. As you can see, the ticket office merging right between the buildings. Yeah. So guys, we're at the Leicester Square. There you go. Leicester Square is a pedestrianised square in the West End of London, England. It was laid out in 1670 as Leicester Fields, which was named after a recently built Leicester House, itself named after Robert Sidney, 2nd Earl of Leicester. The square was originally gentrified, that means it was an affluent area, residential area with tenants including Frederick, Prince of Wales, and artist William Hogarth and Joshua Reynolds. It became a down market in the late 18th century as Leicester House was demolished and retail development took place, becoming a centre for entertainment. Several major theatres were built in the 19th century, which were converted to cinemas towards the middle of the next. Leicester Square is a location of nationally significant cinemas such as Odeon Leicester Square, Empire, Leicester Square, which are often used for film premieres, and now closed Odeon West End. The nearby Prince Charles Cinema is known for its screening of cult films and marathon films runs. The square remains a tourist attraction which hosts events including for Chinese New Year. So this is the fifth encounter, guys, which is called basically the square of Leicester. And it's a radio, restaurants, entertainment, leisure, theatre, cinema, you name it, it's all here. Little steakhouse, Italian restaurant, Taste of Italy, many restaurants, guys. Espresso there, convenience food news store there, Restaurante of Roma. Basically, Roma, it's not actually belonging to Romanian country, it's part of some minor culture that belongs to called Roma, and this is what the restaurant's all about, basically. So we've got Fridays here as well. Yeah, guys, if you'll find everything here. Actually, we're gonna pop into the circular park, greenery there. The spot is called William Shakespeare. We're gonna have a look at the statue there, representing acting and writing and poet writing back in 15th century. And that's the Shakespeare. So last time I made a video, guys, on this, it was all boarded up all around. But this pocket of little greenery here, and I could not show you. So now that we got a chance, let's have a look around. So guys, this is the William Shakespeare statue, poet and writer and actor back in 15th century. A very influential person in history of creativity. So let's go around. So we guys have a look at those transformers. One of them is actually original German transformer, Transformatron. I don't know what it is. I don't know which one it is. And then you've got a Transformer King Kong as well. They were there when I came here last week. They're still here. They are huge, guys. You might want to, if you come here, you might want to take pictures next to them. He does look like a scary monster. Transformer Rise of the Beast, a new movie. This is the good guy, by the way, guys. I think King Kong is the bad guy and this is the good guy. Okay. It is normally crowded for a Sunday. Yeah. So this way, yeah, this cork here, guys. It used to be once it used to be there, then removed it for some reason, and then they replaced it a meter away again. I don't know why they did that, but it does have a prominent effect on the place. So now we're guys traveling the opposite direction and going towards more into the opening of the square. So last week when I came right here, there was a street entertainer singing and making all sorts of percussion sounds out of the microphone and his oral workings. It was amazing, but he's not here today. So just to calibrate the camera, guys, there. IMAX here, guys. And a casino. It's a gambling place and it's a cinema. Horizon Casino as well. Horizons. Queen's House. Money exchanges. Yeah, you got money exchanges as well. So as you can see from this angle, that's Odeon Cinema. So if you actually walk this way, and there's an array of class restaurants as well still. it wouldn't be normal if it wasn't there, guys. That's Mr. White's. Mr. White's. Jollibee, takeaway, and inside as well. Takeaway or sit inside. The audience, as I showed you. Yeah. So next walking, guys, we're gonna make a right turn into the gap of the square here. There's many other things. You also got a main Burger King as well. The Burger King actually, I remember Burger King is very, very old. You got Ben Jerry's, you got the View here, the View Cinema. Got Hippodrome there as well. Another casino. Finally, we have go around the square, guys. Now we're gonna move into a Chinatown. We've got all sorts of convenience stores, accessory stores, money exchanges. This is all for touristic operations, basically. And there's another restaurant there. Primitivo. It's a Latin restaurant. Primitivo Latin restaurant. Authentic Italian, yeah. Yeah, here's the head gates for Hippodrome Casino. And Cape Fair Hippodrome as well. Okay, so guys, we shall walk into the Chinatown now. Have a look around there. So, since I let that dummy running, so I know what to expect, guys. Dummy running is very good, so you know what to do during your last main videos. I remember this is alleyway. It's a wide alleyway. You go through, you head into the Chinatown. Chinatown is an ethnic enclave in the city of Westminster, London, bordering Soho to the north and west, Theatreland to the south and east. The enclave currently occupies the area in and around Gerrard Street. It contains a number of Chinese restaurants, bakeries, supermarkets, souvenir shops and other Chinese-run businesses. The first Chinatown was located in Limehouse in the East End. The history. The first area in London known as the Chinatown was located in the Limehouse area of the East End of London. At the start of the 20th century, the Chinese population of London was concentrated in the area, setting up businesses which catered for the Chinese sailors who frequented in the docklands. The area was known for exaggerated reports and tales of slums housing and opium dens, rather than the Chinese restaurants and supermarkets of the current Chinatown. However, much of the area was damaged by aerial bombing during the Blitz in the Second World War, although the number of elderly Chinese still choose to live in this area. After the Second World War, however, the growing popularity of Chinese cuisine and influx of immigrants from Hong Kong led to an increasing number of Chinese restaurants being opened elsewhere. The present Chinatown, which is off Shaftesbury Avenue, did not start to be established until the 1970s. Previously, it was a regular Soho area run down with the Gerrard Street in the main thoroughfare. Basically, these side streets are still in use by vehicles. As you can see, crowds are all over the street, but you have to keep on the pavement. So, if you go that way, it's still a Chinatown, and we're gonna make our way right from here into the core of Chinatown. Let's go. It is crowded. And guys, there's also nothing but restaurants and leisure. So keep an eye for things that you might want to actually bookmark. And if you do come here, you know where to come. This is a very, very casual sitting area for takeaways and insights. You know, guys, I haven't even noticed the restaurant's name there. And so there's a parallel street going this way, as you can see, from the other street I just mentioned earlier on. This one actually moves out into the western complexities. Actually, we're gonna go down this way. There's much more of these decorations across the buildings than other streets. So there's more arrays of restaurants here, guys. Feng Shui Inn, Lung Fang Supermarket, as you can see. You got a leader there, is it a swimming pool there? You know. It's all Chinese, so they have a hard time pronouncing the names if you're not used to the language. But it is very, very good here. It's good to visit. You have some first-hand experience of what it's like being in Chinatown in London and West End. Thank you.
They'll be really bad in Paris. They'll be able to do that to anyone.
So guys, we come to another street of Chinatown. Lots of good stuff around here. It is a good atmosphere, guys, everywhere. So guys, we're out of the China Tower now. And actually we're gonna have a go and look at the Piccadilly Square and on video, shoot and there. Let's see if we can find it. So let's move this direction, guys. See if I'm gonna actually come to Piccadilly Square. So we're already outside the squares, guys. So we actually encountered all the 6 places, which was Westminster Bridge, Parliament Square, Parliament Street, Trafalgar Square, Leicester Square, Chinatown, and now we're at the inside the actual place, West End. Just gonna go a little bit around and show you around what it's like on Sundays and the rest of the days, which is so exciting. So there's nothing that you cannot have in West End. Cinemas, theatres, hotels, leisures, convenience stores, supermarkets, car parks, London transportation, upscale restaurants, average scale restaurants. So basically everything's here. Touristic accessory shops, money exchanges. Is packed, guys. Really packed. So I'm gonna quickly cross to this side because it's less crowded. I can move easily. Yes, here's the Piccadilly Square. This is. I was just standing in a corner. It was right under my nose. I was sitting in a corner looking at my route calculations to see how I'm gonna get here. Actually, I just walked and then there it is. There's the famous Leicester Square advertising boards there, guys. It's been actually upgraded. It used to be a smaller once, go back 20 years ago. Now it's larger. Yeah. Underground here as well. Criterion. So guys, check this out. This little mark of the Piccadilly Square, little memorials. Is that real? Oh, it is. It's real. Yeah, it's real. I thought it was not. This statue memorial here, guys. If you actually Google it up on the YouTube search box, it will come as a 1930s, and you will see this exactly same thing here in 1930s in London. But the whole place was completely, utterly different. You have roads all over. You have the roads actually going around this structure, and as you can see on the left hand side, used to be a road and not cross pavement going down the street there. So just have a look, you'll be amazed.
Next song is my English love songs.
So a street entertainer. So guys, we have the Piccadilly circles and our video will actually end here. Hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to do the drill. Subscribe and like, comment, share, and click notification bell icon for my upcoming videos. And so I'll see you around. Adios. Take care. Bye.